Hello, everyone. How are you? Dr. Tony here, Dr. Tony Coaches LLC. Happy to be with you today, wherever you're watching from, whether you're in my exclusive Facebook group, hey, or if you are seeing me on YouTube or someplace else. Nice to kind of semi-virtually meet you. I'm glad you're here. So, for those of you who don't know me, what I do in my coaching business is I support those leaders, those helpers, those healers who truly care about their impact, who truly want to have some more balance in their life because they're exhausted. Okay, put in a lot of work, put in a lot of effort, done lots of things, probably achieved lots of goals, marked lots of things off your checklist, but are still feeling that void inside, not really filled, and thought that at this point, with everything you've done, everything you've accomplished, all the efforting you've had kind of put in place in your life, that you'd have more, right? So I want that for you. I want you to feel balanced in your life. I want you to feel more connected. I want you to feel like you can enjoy the fruits of your labor, still make an impact, and not have to sacrifice the things that you love most with the people that you love most. So if that connects with you, let me know. Happy to connect. All right, so I want to talk with you all today about something that has been on my mind a bit lately and is something I talk to clients a lot about. So I want to put it out there, and I'm hoping that you'll all take it in, kind of mull over it, see how it sits with you, see how it applies to you. Probably you'll need to think about it after you listen to this as well, not just while you listen to this in order to really gain some benefits from it. But have you ever wanted something so badly, and you feel like you've done everything you can to make it happen? You've done what you thought that you could or you should, and maybe it's not something tangible. Maybe, in fact, often it's something felt, like an experience that's felt. Like you want the worry and the doubt that's in your mind to just go away. And you've done everything that you can think of, everything that you've read about to make it go away, but it's not. It's just growing. Or you want to feel less stressed. Or you want to finally experience some peace in toxic relationships, or you just want them to go away. Like, leave me alone. Or maybe it's the overwhelm that you want to just manage, and you want to stop feeling like the overwhelm is managing you, and you want to feel like finally you can manage the overwhelm. Or maybe it's getting control of the last few pounds you want to lose, or maybe more than a few pounds that you want to lose. Hey Tenny, it's good to see you. Maybe it's figuring out how to create more time for your loved ones and how to create more time and space for yourself in your life, and you've tried everything but it's not working. Have you ever had that experience where you want it so badly and you're like, I'll do it. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll do this. Tell me what to do. I will do it. But it's not happening. It's infuriating, isn't it? It's exhausting. And it is more overwhelming. If you're not already overwhelmed, you definitely become overwhelmed when you get caught in this cycle. Yeah. I have seen this time and time again. And I know for me personally, over time, some of what I just shared with you are also some of the things that I felt that way about. Like, my mind would get really cluttered when I was kind of in the throes of anxiety for many years of my life. And I'm like, why can't I just put a funnel here and just let it drain out? I know the knowledge. I know what I need to do. Why is this not working? Why is this not happening for me? Right? And the same with weight. I was like, I know what I need to do. Why is it not working? Why is it not happening? Or why am I not doing it? If I know what I need to do, why am I not doing it? Right? It can go either way. Let me know if you've had that experience, if this connects with you in any way. And I'm going to go ahead and bet that it does in more than one way in your life, if you really take the moments to sit back and think about it. But people who mean well and are putting in so much effort to control it all, which is what we do, right? Because I want this to happen, and so I'm going to do everything I can do to make it happen, or otherwise I'm just going to try to avoid it and act like it's not going on. Whatever it is, whatever your tendencies are, you want to get what you want, right? People want to get what they want. And yet, people like me, people probably like you, who are willing to put in the work, tend to say, all right, well, this is what I want, so I'm just going to make it happen. So I'm just going to take on more. Give me more. I'll do whatever it is I need to do. I'm going to feel so productive in getting this done and trying to make this happen, only to wind up actually feeling worse. So I'm doing more and more and more to get what I want, but I'm actually feeling worse inside because it's not happening. This is not happening the way I envisioned, the way that I wanted, what is going on. And here's what I found. Typically when people get caught in this cycle, they're focusing on the fear of not getting that thing, or of not achieving that thing, of not being able to lose those few pounds. That's what they're focusing on. So they're pushing themselves really hard because they feel like they're not going to be able to. And so they're pushing themselves harder, or they're just checking themselves out. And so of course it's not going to happen in that way, right? And so they focus on the frustration of it all. They focus on the unfairness of it all. We focus on the things that are actually causing us to feel worse. So the fear of it, of not being able to achieve it, right? And the unfairness and the frustration, so much so that we're trying to force it even more, right? I'm so frustrated. I'm either going to force it harder, or I'm just going to check out and not do it. Hey, Nadia, glad you're here. Let me know if that resonates with you. If you go one or the other, like, oh, I'm just going to push myself so hard, or you know what, like, this isn't happening. I've pushed myself already. Done. Forget it. It's not going to happen. Move on to the next, right? And so we can go to one or the other extremes. I see that so often. You can, like, for example, push yourself. If it's a toxic relationship that you've been wanting to experience peace in, and it's not happening, you're like, oh, well, I'm just going to yell back. I'm going to yell back. I'm going to force it. Or I'm just going to turn off. I'm going to turn off my emotions and I'm not going to feel, right? Have you done that? Have you been there? Or maybe it's, I'm going to be super strict with myself about what I can and cannot eat. And I'm going to put everything in these little boxes. I can eat this and I can't eat that. And I'm going to be really strict and really hard on myself. And then I'm going to feel guilty and I'm going to beat myself up when I mess up, right? And that doesn't feel good either. Or I'm going to stick so hard to it that now I'm feeling resentful for depriving myself. Doesn't feel good. Or I'm going to try to control and be super cautious about every word and every decision that I make around anyone else, because I don't want anyone to have any possibility or any reason to wrongly accuse me or wrongly judge me or not like me. And so I'm going to do this little eggshell thing to make sure that I'm presenting myself as perfectly as possible, because what I want to reduce is the possibility that people are going to see me in the wrong light, or the possibility that people are going to be disappointed in me. I want to not have to worry about what other people think about me or what other people feel about me. So I'm going to do everything I can and control everything I can that's going to make that happen. How does that usually work out? It usually is counterintuitive, isn't it? It doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. You feel more overwhelmed. It is impossible to achieve something like that. You actually can't control how everyone thinks about you or what everyone feels about you, right? But you can put that internal pressure on yourself to make that happen, and then wonder, I'm doing everything I can do. Why is it not happening? Yeah? Or maybe you want everything to get taken care of and you wish people would see that they need to help. You wish people would see that they need to appreciate you more. So you're wanting everything to be taken care of, and this is what you want people to see. And so what you do is, you know what, I'm just going to take care of everything, put everything on my plate, make sure everything gets done, because what that's going to do is it's going to make sure that everything gets done, because I know if I'm going to do it, it's going to get done. And I'm going to make sure other people see me get it done so that they can then feel bad and see my struggle. And then hopefully they'll offer to help me or see that I need help or appreciate me in some way. And then oftentimes when the person comes to help, the other person's like, oh no, I got it. Don't worry about it anyway. I'm doing everything else anyway, right? It doesn't work out. When we try to force it, it doesn't work out. And then we wind up feeling exhausted. Can you relate? So many people I connect with are in this space of this. It's like fear-based and force-based and scarcity-based. I mean, all of this like blah, crappy feeling type of force that they're experiencing inside, and they're just pushing on it and wondering why it's not working for them, why they're not feeling differently, why they're not getting more balance. If they're doing everything that they know to do in order to create more balance, why is this not happening for me? With all the efforting and the fear and the force, opportunities are missed that are often subtly, although sometimes massively, presenting themselves in a way that is outside of your purview, because you are so focused on controlling and forcing it that you can't see the opportunities that are being presented outside of that, that will allow you, if you step in that direction, to move towards what you want in a different way that actually requires less effort, that actually requires less force, and actually feels better. And in fact, may even get you to a different outcome that is more desirable, not necessarily the outcome you want, but an outcome that feels good to you that winds up being even better than the one that you thought you wanted. How does that feel? Doesn't that sound good? There's a clip from Evan Almighty that I love. It's less than 2 minutes, depending on which clip you find. Some of them are less than 1 minute, I think. And I love it. And I'm going to share it with you. I don't know if you've seen Evan Almighty or not, but I totally want to hear what your thoughts are about this. This resonates with me so much, and I think it's so powerful. So there's this one scene where the wife of Evan Almighty, who is kind of like Noah in the story, is really struggling because she had prayed for God to bring her family closer together. And what wound up happening was that her family got pulled further and further apart because he was moving, her partner was moving in a direction that God was calling him in, and she just didn't see it. And so she was doing what she could on her end to try to make it happen the way she saw fit, and it wasn't working. And so she and the kids left. They took their space and they left. And so she wound up in this place, in this restaurant, where this person who's supposed to be a formation of God says to her, you know, what's wrong? And she says, well, you know, I forget what she said, but basically, because I don't want to mess that up. But basically, what he said to her was, do you think if someone prays for their family to become closer, that he gives it to them, that he just makes their family closer, that it just magically happens? Or do you think that he presents opportunities for that to happen in their lives, opportunities for them to seize so that they can create that experience in their life? And that is just so, so, so powerful, that while you're busy forcing and efforting and fear reacting to make what you want happen in your life, there are opportunities that are being presented that you are missing, that you're not stepping into because they're not in your purview. And therefore, you can't take advantage of them. And you're going against, you're pushing against, you're creating more resistance within your life that isn't moving you towards where you actually want to go in a way that feels good, that is effective, that is healthier, that is smoother, that is more powerful, that is more meaningful for you. And that is what I want for you. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what comes up for you around this. What I really want you to do is just notice, bring some awareness around, are you really efforting, really forcing, really pushing because you're fearful that you're not going to gain or achieve whatever it is, or you're just so frustrated with the process not working out that you're just trying to take control of everything, thereby creating more anxiety for yourself? Or are you sitting back, taking some time, allowing some silence, and creating opportunity for opportunities that you cannot forcefully create, creating time and space for those opportunities to unveil themselves to you and for you to see them? For example, if someone's seeking more balance in their life, if they want to stress less and they see my stuff, and then they come into the group, or they click on an ad, or they schedule a call with me, and we get on the call, and they decide not to invest in whatever level of program it is that I recommend would be best for them, then what happened was, perhaps, you know, if it was a good fit, what happened could have been that they were really yearning for this balance in their life, and an opportunity presented itself for them to take advantage of and create that balance that they want. But they said no to it because of fear. No, I don't want to invest that time. I don't want to invest that money. What if I don't get the results out of it? Well, depends on what you put into it, right? So what is coming up for you around that in your life? Maybe it is with creating balance in your life. Maybe it is with losing the last few pounds. Whatever it is, maybe it is with having more healthier relationships in your life. There are things that you can do that are within your control, but are you focusing on forcefully controlling all of these pieces So much so that you are really trying to like trailblaze, manipulate, forcefully make happen these things in your life that it's not panning out for you, but you're exhausting yourself anyway? Or are you allowing some other opportunities to present themselves that very well, if you say yes to them, if you notice them, can move you towards what you are desiring, even though it's different than what you expected? What are you doing? Just have an awareness around that. I would love to hear from you about where you're at in that journey for yourself. And if you want some assistance with that, you are, of course, welcome to book your free consultation call with me, and we'll see if I can help you out. If not, I will absolutely let you know that. And if so, I will absolutely present with you recommendations about how I can help you out. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope that this found some kind of connection with you, with where you're at in your life right now, and where you're hoping to go. And if you have questions, comments, concerns, comment down below. Bye.